Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by and checking the video out. Really do appreciate it. Gonna do something a little bit different today. Well, not different, but something I've been meaning to do for a while. I just couldn't quite come up with an arrangement that works for me to relay to you, basically. We're gonna work on Moonlight Motel off the Western Stars album by Bruce Springsteen. Just came out a few years ago. Really great tune. I would say probably like a top five for me in terms of just the writing, the lyrics, and all that. But I'll walk you through how I do this. Again, one thing to keep in mind, we're going to put this capo on the 3rd fret for this one, which is going to put it in the key of E flat, basically. So we're going to play, just so you understand the chords we're going to be doing, regular open chords as if we weren't using the capo. So obviously you can move this around anywhere you want. But the main basic chords that we're using are going to be a C, an A minor. We're going to pull an F, and again, I'm calling it out by chord shapes. I mean, if this was a C shape, it's an E flat, just in terms of where the capo is. But I'm going to call them out by the shape. So C major, A minor, F right here, which, you know, I don't typically play the full bar chord on the Springsteen tune because I don't think he does it either. He kind of just does like a bit of a shortcut where you're just playing really for this type of chord. The 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th strings. Usually the E strings he doesn't touch. And then there's a G in there as well. And then it's just a couple walk downs basically that you need to know just in terms of the progression. And the G is primarily a turnaround, which is going to get you back into, and if I just kind of do it real quick. Really, it's almost like a G bass note, but we'll get into that. So again, like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. But let's get into this. Moonlight Motel, Bruce Springsteen. Okay, let's just get into this one. Fairly straight, simple as far as the chords, shapes we're using. But again, Springsteen, some of these ballad-like tunes, his rhythm and his picking is really, it kind of goes all over the map here. So I'm going to walk you through how I've done it, my little arrangement here. You're going to have to listen to the song to kind of really understand how he does it, and then I would say make it your own. One thing I will say about this tune is that when you're playing to the album, you realize it's probably slower than you thought it would be as far as tempo, and you want to kind of give it some giddy up, which probably isn't a bad idea. Maybe just bring the tempo up a little bit. I leave that up to you, but here's what we're going to be using. It's going to be the C shape, A minor shape, an F shape, and again, I'm not using the low E or the high E. I'm kind of just making the chord just with everything in between, and a G. And the G chord isn't really played all 6 strings for the most part. You can get away, and I think it's just a matter of using the G as a bass note. Okay. Again, I'm using shapes, not the actual key. I mean, if we want to get technical, this is a B flat. Okay. So that's how I would do it. Now, there's a couple patterns in this song, and it starts off with the intro. So what we're doing there is just playing the C, and to give it the accent, we are taking our pinky and we're putting it on the 3rd fret, again, relative to the capo, 3rd fret, B string. We're going to do the same thing with that A minor. The F is just kind of the F, but what I do is to accent that, I'm actually going to lift my middle finger so that 3rd string is open. And to accent the bass note, which is also a B flat, this is a B flat here, and then the bass note up here on the 3rd fret, 6th string, I'm just going to take my ring finger and I bring it up here just to hit that bass note to give it the turnaround. And you'll see what I mean by the turnaround. If I can play it right. So there's your intro, and that's going to be for your verse, okay? So one more time again. C. Right? And I'm just kind of picking. If you can see here, I'm just kind of going. And then if you want to just strum it, that's fine too. Right, so you can do that a couple of sides. I leave it up to you. I'm just kind of giving you the structure how to do it. I'm not giving you note for note on the album because it's just a matter of finger picking. See, I'm not a finger picking guy, so I can't do it. So, but if I give you the structure, you can do it. So, intro, verse. Let's go to the chorus. We're going to use the same chords, but we're just going to rearrange them a little bit differently. So here's what I'm doing here. We're going to go to the F first, to the C, A minor, G, to the F. So your F chord are going to be like bookends for the chorus, okay? So one more time. F, C, A minor, G. And if you could, I leave it up to you again, but what I do there is technically I'm using that G just as a bass note. You could play the full G. I just kind of like just throwing that bass note in there to give it a little bit dynamic. So it's going to be the F to the C, and then you're going to start a bit of a walk down on that A minor. So it's A minor. I just use my pinky to give me the bass note for the G, and then I play that F chord again. And then back to the other rhythm. The Moonlight Motel. And again, if you can't get the pinky in there on that accent note, the second string, third fret, it's not do or die there, but it does give it some flavor, but you can strum without it. All right. There's your song. All the pieces are there. It's pretty straightforward in terms of the arrangement. Intro, verse, chorus, intro, verse, chorus, and then there's a bridge, but the bridge is basically the same as the chorus. And I think the line there is bills and kids, kids and bills. What? Bills and kids and bills and ringing of the bell. The Moonlight Motel. So in the chorus, basically you're not going to hold the F as long, and you're going to go to a quicker turnaround on that G. That's really the only thing. But you've got to listen to hear these pieces. Now, as I was saying, intro, verse, chorus, then the bridge. When he comes out of that bridge, this is where the song varies depending on the part. There's certain parts where he kind of will do, you've got to listen to it. He'll come out of the, either like the verse or the chorus a little bit quicker. The chords will be much quicker. He'll cut a few of them out. You got to listen to it, but it's going to be after that bridge. There's one part where he's going to hold the F a little bit longer. Okay, and then even going into the so you'll hear it. But what it's going to be, it's not going to be anything we haven't gone over already. It's going to be one or the other. It's going to be this pattern. Or it'll be the chorus, which is also the bridge. So there's no other patterns in there. So it's just a matter of listening. You just got to listen to where some of these things get cut off because it varies. And the tempo is going to change. But it's going to be after that bridge part of it. And then it's going to end on the C shape. So it's going to... That's how I tend to play it. So, I mean, I just kind of wing it, whether I want to feel like strumming it, or I'm going to kind of... But the key there is if you're going to play it, and those accent notes, it's going to be the E string and the B string. And it's going to be open E, I think, for the entire song, if you're going to want to include that. And then the B, it's just going to be going from 1st fret, 2nd string, 3rd fret, 2nd string. And the melody line for the verse is right there too. So your melody's right in there as well. So you could always just try to play along as far as the vocal melody. You can do that too. So it's right there. Mainly again B string, all in, that major scale right. So give it a try. There's a lot going on here, even though it's a simple acoustic tune. It depends on how you want to do it. So hopefully this helps you out a little bit. It's a fun one. I think it's one of his best that he's done as far as the storytelling. And I'm including that with Jungle Land, Backstreets, Thunder Road, Incident, New York City Serenade. I mean, again, it's just an acoustic tune, but lyrically the story I think is fantastic. So enjoy. Hopefully you like this one. Comments below if you want to hear any other Springsteen or anything else from this album, Western Stars. I'll give it a shot. And we'll go from there. All right. Thanks, folks. Appreciate it. Later.